Hey guys, Mark here on the road, and today I'm gonna rant a little bit. Rage and rant. And, it really just comes down to one thing. And it's something that irritates me to no end. Okay? And you may be guilty of it, you may not be. Hell, I've been guilty of it before. It is something that bothers me though. So what is this elusive thing that I'm going to talk about? Well, it's not elusive at all. It's complaining. It drives me insane to hear people complain all the time, and yet here I am complaining about complainers. But seriously, if you don't like where you are in your life, if you don't like what it is that you're doing, if you don't like where the road that has led you to this point in your life, if you don't like that, change it. Okay? One of the first things that you have to understand that successful people do, and this is successful people to a T. I've not ever seen people that are truly successful that don't have this one trait. And that is that they take responsibility for their decisions in life. They take responsibility for where they are in life. They don't blame other people for things that are going wrong. They don't sit there and blame others for why they don't have enough money or why they have a crappy job or whatever it may be. People that hover around the top simply take responsibility for everything, including their actions. And they generally have a clear-cut goal, a clear-cut idea as to what it is that they want, and then they work towards getting it. And they make the decisions that will get them closer to the prize, so to speak. It's not something that you have to it's not something that you have to talk to them about. They automatically do it. And if you are a successful person, you know what I'm talking about. Whether it's success in your in a business or at work, it doesn't matter. You know that you're going to take more initiative. You're going to take because you know that you're the one that's going to have to do it. And that doesn't mean that you don't delegate. But that does mean that when you do delegate, you check up on those that you delegated tasks to. So with that said, the other end of the spectrum are people that blame everybody for all things that happen to them. Then if you start looking around at those people that always have problems, something's always going wrong, then you'll notice that they are always blaming other people for it. Or they're blaming the circumstance or the situation or whatever it may be. Has absolutely nothing to do with the actual problem. The actual problem is something that they probably created. Now, with my plumbing business, I can sit here and I could say, oh, it's so-and-so's fault because they didn't get such and such done. Or so-and-so's not a good employee, and so therefore they let me down once again. Well, guess what? I hired so-and-so. So it's still up to me. It's still on my shoulders. The monkey's on my back. And that's just the way that it is. Same thing if I fired a good employee, and was lamenting about it later on, oh, I wish I had so-and-so back. Well, that's my call. And if you're going to be an entrepreneur, if you're going to be a business owner, and you're going to find, and you want success, you're going to have to start taking responsibility for everything. I don't care what it is. And it's the same thing online. Don't sit here and come to me and say, oh, I was in this business, but this business is really crappy. It's kind of scammy, blah, 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 blah. You know what? It is what you make it. Because I guarantee you, almost every business that somebody can bring before me and ask me if it's a good business or not, 90% of the time I'm going to say, yeah, it's a good business. You know, there's pros and cons. You know, it's not as good as this one, or it's better than that one, whatever. But typically, these businesses that you're not succeeding with have absolutely nothing to do with the business. They have absolutely nothing to do with the business model. Now, it may be a model that is not that you're not particularly equipped for, or you know, something along those lines. But usually, I can find somebody that's making money with the business model. So don't go over there and start blaming your business. If you're like me, or how I've been in the past, and still am a little bit to this day, you'll run to shiny objects. You know, you'll run to the next best thing. And you know, I had a big problem with that for a while. It wasn't that I would necessarily quit one. It was that I got so thinned out that I couldn't give 100% to one. And so typically what you need to do in that case is you need to focus on one until you find success with it. Now, level of success where you can either hire people to manage that business for you. You'll hire them and train them to manage it for you for a certain amount of, you know, maybe a commission. I'm sorry, I'm on a bumpy road. Really need to get one of those gyro cam things, selfie stick things, whatever. But I mean, don't miss the point. Don't miss what I'm saying. It's up to you. Your success is up to you. Your failure is up to you. All people are self-made. Only the successful admit to it. Remember that quote. So guys, with that said, that's all I got today. That's my rant. If you don't like your job, you can leave it. Don't sit there and tell me you have to have it, because you can get another job. You can do something. Don't tell me how you hate whatever in life. You know, go out, find out what it is that you want, and go get it. Guys, with that said, take care, have a great day. I'll see you at the top.